Hey there, quirky people! This is your host Anna coming at you with another Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 video. Now that the movie is hitting the theaters, it is time to talk about its post-credit scenes. Every time an MCU movie arrives, people do get excited about its final scenes that arrive during the credits. And this time it's no different because once again there are two post-credit scenes in the movie. Spoiler warning if you haven't seen the movie yet. A lot of spoilers for the film also got leaked when it was screened for the fans on April 28th. So I'd suggest that you should only watch this video once you've seen the movie. Okay, so now I'm moving into the spoiler territory. The trailers of Guardians 3 misled a lot of fans into believing that we'll be seeing one or more characters die. But none of them actually do from the main team. Only the villainous High Evolutionary is killed off. But this is the final movie with the current lineup of the Guardians team because the entire team gets split up. Some characters retire while others head on to their own journeys. To recap it briefly, we'll see Peter leave the team and travel to Earth. The new Gamora variant goes on her separate journey and continues to lead the Ravagers. Nebula becomes the leader of Nowhere. Drax adopts a few hybrid kids from Counter-Earth. And even Mantis goes off on her own journey. Now comes the mid-credit scene. This sequence sets up a new line of the Guardians team. Before the movie came out, James Gunn stated that the latest adding of the Guardians will be all about Rocket Raccoon. So, many people presumed that Rocket would end up sacrificing himself to save his family. He'd go down while battling his creator, the High Evolutionary. But that does not happen. There was a fake death scare where Rocket almost died, and he was revived. And then in the first post-credit scene, we see him become the new leader of Guardians 2.0. In the original Guardians team, he was always the second in command. In fact, most people would agree that he was the most important member of the team by providing all his gadgets and weapons. So naturally, he would have led the squad in Quill's absence. And in his new team, we find an interesting blend of old and new members. The most obvious one of those is Groot. We saw the strongest version of Groot in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Vin Diesel promised us Alpha Groot, and we did get that. But now moving on, Groot will get even stronger as he grows bigger in his next outing beyond Volume 3. Another Guardians veteran is Sean Gunn's Kraglin. He perfected Yondu's Yaka arrow and has now become a crucial part of the team. Along with him, Maria Bakalova's Cosmo the Space Dog also continues to tag along the squad. She developed a weird bond with Kraglin throughout the film. So, it's obvious that we will see her with Kraglin in the next outing. Then comes the first new member, which was always expected to be Adam. He started off as the villain, but when the High Evolutionary killed his mother and the Sovereign people, he teamed up with the Guardians to take his revenge. And now he will continue to be a part of Guardians 2.0. He hasn't been given the title of Warlock yet. Even in the comics, the title of Warlock was given to Adam much later. So I reckon that this is what will happen in the MCU, as his character keeps evolving with future appearances. Adam also picked up a little character called Blurp. It was just a pet that belonged to a random Ravager, and Adam took Blurp with him after the Ravager was killed. The final member of the new Guardians team is Phyla Vell. She is a Titan Kree hybrid in the comics, but here, she is played by young actress Kai Zen. Her character was not directly called Phyla Vell throughout the movie, but we might see her grow into a more comic-accurate Phyla Vell in the future. Together, this new team of Guardians leaves to a new mission on an alien planet. Now, it's important to understand that this Guardians 2.0 squad could be transitioned into a new comic book team called the Annihilators. As the franchise grows, we could see a few more cosmic characters like Nova, Beta Ray Bill, and the Silver Surfer get added to the team. They were all a part of the Annihilators in the books, so it will be interesting to see if the next-gen Guardians are turned into the Annihilators. Now let's move on to the final scene of the film, the post-credit scene. Earth has played a small but important part in the last two Guardians movies. So, it made sense for Guardians 3 to include Earth as well. The franchise began with Peter getting abducted from Earth back in 1988, and now it comes to a beautiful end with Peter going back to Earth. In the final scene, he reunites with his grandfather and decides to live on Earth for a bit. And then we see the ending text of the movie which says, "The legendary Star-Lord will return." Peter Quill has only been on Earth once in over 3 decades, and that happened in Endgame. But now we are happy that he is back on the planet at least for the foreseeable future. This movie was sort of predictable, and yet many of us wanted it to happen because guess what? It opens up the legendary Star-Lord to appear in Avengers: The Kang Dynasty. He is ready to team up with the likes of Captain America and Captain Marvel, among others. And the next Avengers squad will actually have 3 great leaders in it. Okay, that's all for now. What did you think of Guardians 3's ending and these post-credit scenes? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to click on those like and subscribe buttons if you enjoyed this video. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the next one.